held them to the field goal after the turnover.
I thought that was big.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
They, and it was. They got the first down. They got a 5-yard run, which. Then the second play, we do a nice job with the stunt. We're aggressive. I thought we were a lot more aggressive tonight. I was really disappointed with that first drive in the second half because we knew what they were going to do. They're playing with the backup quarterback, and we knew what we could limit them to, and we answered. And, I said it on Tuesday, there's times that you get after them. We got after them on the sideline after that, and they responded. They're a young group, but I'm proud of them. They played hard. That's a good football team over there. They're a physical football team. It doesn't surprise me that they went into Washington and beat them. I think Coach Wilcox and Coach DeRuiter, especially on defense, they're doing a great job. So it's a really good win for our kids. Players, they came out to play tonight. And players, I say it all the time, players win games. We made enough plays. Thought, like you said, that the field goal stopped holding to a field goal, and then we almost blocked it. We're inches away from blocking it. Merlin does a great job. They came hard, and but there was a big stop because it kept it a one-score game, and then we were able to drive down and take the lead. So that was really good.
When you watch film all week, you probably saw issues with their pass protection. I know that maybe it took a little time for the pass rush to get going, but once they got going, it was night and day compared to last week.
We were a little bit more aggressive with some of the calls. We knew exactly. I had a pretty good idea how they were going to try and protect things. So early on, we were able to get pressure right in his face fast. And then when Garber got hurt there on the sideline, pray for the kid because he hit the ground pretty hard, like a collarbone or something. I don't know. Their offense was going to be limited after that. They were going to try to run the ball inside. That's why it was so disappointing that first drive of the second half. We didn't change anything what we did. We got after them, and so that was the most disappointing part of the night. The very first touchdown. That wasn't, it's a true freshman back there. Willie didn't we were playing cover 2 so that they can't throw it over the top of us, and sure enough they did. And then dirty eyes on the touchdown. Chase looked in the backfield. It was a double move. We didn't think we talked about that stuff all week because I thought our DBs would be better than their receivers, and we wouldn't have trouble covering them. But it was good. There was no panic, and you had to keep a calm demeanor because Willie, true freshman, it's like his 40th, 50th play of his career, and he did a really nice job the rest of the game after that. He responded. I thought it was a big play by Shari there at the end of the half in cover 2. We finally, that's the kind of plays that we expect that young man to make. And then he made 2 outstanding plays on the 2 fourth down series there at the end of the game. So our better players made more plays tonight. What else? Questions? Sorry, I just rant.
Did you feel good, Danny, coming into this that you guys were going to respond just after the week of practice you had?
I thought they practiced harder, which gives you a chance. Okay. I thought. When I say that if they don't play well enough, that's on the coaching. I believe that because it doesn't mean that we coached them any different. Okay. It doesn't mean that when we make adjustments on the sideline, there's numerous adjustments in every game. We've made adjustments in all 3 games. We just didn't respond well, and we played soft on last week. I believe that, and they had it's a young team that was feeling really good about themselves. We went into Michigan State, we beat a team, we get ranked, and a veteran team handles those things better. And I hope we can learn how to handle those things as we grow. And they did this week. It was a chip on their shoulder. It wasn't hard to coach them this week because they got embarrassed. And so they came with the right attitude on Monday. There was a lot of energy at the first practice, especially for being a short week. And then we didn't have any pads on Monday. We let them because it's the day after a game, 2 days after a game. You got to let them heal a little bit, but they went fast. And so when you practice fast, and I thought Ashari had his best week of practice this far this season. And I told him after the game, I said, imagine that. You practice your tail off, and all of a sudden you're making plays out there. I said, so. It's one of those things again. Everybody's telling him how wonderful he is, and he's got all these outside influences, and he kind of realized, well, I'm putting on tape bad stuff. Well, guess what? You're building your resume, and you don't ever get to take that back. So stop putting it out there. And he responded. So hopefully he'll continue to go. Kobe was a game time decision. He actually ended up having a migraine and couldn't see this afternoon. So we tried to give him some stuff to calm it down, but he was one thing, you can't play football with a migraine. I don't care how tough you are. He couldn't even see. So Jack did a great job stepping up. I thought him and Chase got a little dinged up, and give Chase some credit because he fought through. And, he got a thigh bruise at one point and didn't miss a play. So those guys playing with Willie out there as a true freshman, and since Cam didn't make the trip, and then Jack Jones getting his first full game, I thought those guys responded, and I thought they did a nice job making plays. I mean, they got the fade ball, they got the deep ball, and then outside of that, the drive in the second half. I mean, other than that, I thought that they played it pretty aggressive, and we made enough plays to win the game.
They didn't run the ball on you on first down the rest of that second half after
Correct.
the first drive. Is that just putting more guys up on the line of scrimmage and more man coverage, or?
No, we were playing man coverage in that first one. They were just blocking us. We were allowing ourselves to be blocked, which was really disappointing. Because they hadn't had much success in the first half. They had a couple of plays where our guys didn't react well to the way they were trying to pick some stuff up. So make adjustments, but we were aggressive. And those stunts and all those things, they work when you're aggressive. I don't believe there's a magic scheme on defense. I believe that if you play hard and you play fast and you give them a chance, that they'll make plays. And they got told how soft they were after that first drive, and maybe not the nicest way. And they responded. So that was good. So
From a physical perspective, the bye comes at a good week, but just talk about the mental perspective. I mean, it's been like a little up and down the last 3 weeks. Does a bye from a mental perspective come at a good time?
really good. And it's always better when you win. I mean, if we would have lost that game, you're 3-2. You've lost 2 conference games to start. It's going to be hard to convince them to stay the course. And that's just a natural game of football. We were able to win. They will heal a lot faster. That training room, it's amazing how that works. That training room won't be as full tomorrow. They'll get a couple of days off, and then practice next week. Now we've got an unbelievable opponent coming up. Washington State scored friggin' 50, 60 points on everybody except for Houston. So it'll be nice to get healed up, to give those guys a little bit of time to this bye is going to come at a really good time, and then we've got a really pretty tough stretch of the schedule coming up. Like I said, when you win, it's always easier. Everything's easier. You don't hurt as bad. The guys that are injured aren't injured as bad. And going into a bye week, it's really good time. So it was probably the offense, the way they fought through that. I mean, after the turnover, we hold them to a field goal. They come out and drive the field. Thought that was awesome. Thought that was outstanding. And you can see some of those guys growing up as they're going. Thank you. Growing up as right in front of your eyes. And we'll be better for it as we keep going.